they say chivalry is dead now, isn't it?
What's dead?
Chivalry.
What
So
does that mean?
men being polite, men being
Oh,
etiquette, opening the door for your girl, pulling out the chair, letting her sit, tucking her in the table for you lot
Is it
eat.
dead?
Most women would say it's dead,
Is it? Okay. All right.
And in relation to what you just said with regards to just be honest and just tell them if you want to fuck, you want to fuck. It's almost like that sort of angle on that. When you're chatting to a woman, like if you like her, you're not really trying to make her feel disrespected. So like, even if you just want to fuck, it's like, it's that almost being a bit polite with it. Like, I'm not just gonna come to your face and tell you, yeah, I want to fuck you. Like that means like I think you're a goer like that. Because if you remember, if a woman presents herself a certain type of way, you can't even speak to her a certain type of way. So if you roll up to a woman that you really like, but you obviously how you don't know all your intentions all in that one moment. You might just like the look of somebody. Do you get what I'm saying to you? So I guess what I'm essentially asking is, you know, is it really lying? Do you get what I'm saying? Or is it,
Some
being experienced enough to know what you like and what you don't like?
Sometimes it's not lying, but a lot of the times it's deceiving. You know, um, look, man. If you want to get to know someone, you're gonna say the things straight away to get to know a person. If your infatuations take you to the point where you have nasty thoughts in your mind or dirty thoughts and you don't want to say them, then you know the first thing you was thinking about is what you was thinking about. Now, whether you like to ignore it or not, at some point when you get that thing done, you want to hope that the person matches the attraction that you had at the time. Otherwise, you're gonna dismiss. You're gonna fall off. What do you want to do? It's not always lying, and lying isn't a bad thing. I mean, naturally you shouldn't lie, but sometimes, like I said before, you want to be deceived. You don't wear all these things and dress in a certain kind of way because you don't want to give off the impression that you're broke. You want to deceive. That's what we want to do as people. It's not so much a bad thing.
So that's a great statement. So then, in trying to find, sort of true love, real love, happy ever after, how do you how do we go about that then? If essentially everybody wants to be deceived to a degree, if everybody wants to be lied to an extent, how do we then find purity in love where we're supposed to both live in, ideally? Or am I just being idealistic?
No, you're not. By by being who you are from the start. How you expect someone to love you when they don't know you? They know what you want them to know. Which is that in actual fact, I can be the nicest person, whatever else, but I could have a really bad temper. I'm making sure that everybody else see my bad temper, but the truth is I'm not letting you see my bad temper. Now, you love the fact that I don't have a temper, but the reality is I actually have a bad temper. You love the fact that I don't fight, but the reality is I don't fight because I have to. I fight because I actually like it. But you don't know that. So you love the version of me that I've given you. You don't actually love me. How is this going to work? Now, no matter how much I try to suppress these desires, man, it comes out, man. I think I call Rodney regularly. I even speak to Namek sometimes. And I think, oh, okay, bro. Them times when we used to, fam, I feel like I just need to get banged in the mat. I need to have a scrap again. I just need to be involved in a problem. Do you think I'm going to say that naturally to the person that I'm trying to impress? I don't want to scare you off. But how can you truly love me if you don't know me? You don't know me. You know what I'm showing you. So if you want to find true love, the only way to really find it and actually find it in its purest form is by letting the person know straight away who you are and what you are. So if you're a man that loves this person, but for some time you like to fuck other women, you gotta say it. Because she needs to know. Otherwise, what's gonna happen is you're gonna love. Then you're gonna have two phones, or maybe one phone. You're gonna leave one phone with the brethren, or you're gonna leave the other one in the car, or you're gonna have the two Snapchat thing, where you can do the Snapchat and then and you log into the other one. So when it's your missus' birthday, you post on this one and you don't, or you do the. Someone showed me this a little while ago, where you have Snapchat and you can go on Who Sees My thing, and you can edit out You can edit out who sees.
Yeah, you're just hanging out the laundry. The man does laundry, like, you just put it
You know what's so funny?
on
You're saying the
text.
man them, but it's the galley that showed me. It's my female brothers that showed me this. It's like, you think I'm gonna let my man see da. I was like, say swear, is that how you do it? So you can be presenting like what? But at the same time, again, I understand it because the reality is sometimes when you go for someone based on what you know, you love the fact that you love that person. You don't want to see the realer person. You don't want to see the fall of that person. You want to see what you want to see. You want to remain in the bubble that you want to remain in and hide the other part of you.
Because we've spoken quite hypothetically, and I think in a way where we've touched a lot of things that dudes face, like, you know what, suppressing certain urges, suppressing certain ways about you because you're trying to impress. But I suppose that also
Not
ties
just
in.
impress, sorry. Listen, a part of you is expressing what you're expressing because you want to find what you're looking for to satisfy a certain part of your life. The other part of your life, what you recognize is at some point that part of your life is going to die out. So you maintain, which is quite sad on the women and also the guys, vice versa, you maintain a certain part until the other part of you is suppressed. Exhausted. And then what will happen is you give your full attention to the girl that you kept or the guy you kept because you know now you don't want to twerk your body no more. You know now you don't want to buy bare bottles in the club. At some point you knew you was going to come down and relax. So sometimes you don't, well, often you impress to go for what you feel like you need and not what you actually want. But you know that what you need is going to match what you want later on, but just not now. But what you're fearful of is you're not going to find what you need in the time that you actually need it because everybody's going to be cuffed up. There's not going to be no good women left. So you got to find the woman quick, lock her down, drop utes in her, however you need to do it. And then, you know, if I'm 20, come when I'm 40, yeah, I got my wife and kids, yeah, I love them. But between that time, boy, Belinda is waiting for you, man. Everybody's waiting for you.
That's it, Belinda's
waiting for you. Like Eden.
No, I hear you on that. I suppose for me, it's I would just, maybe it's too much Disney. You know, when you look at true love, and it ties into like vulnerability, especially from a male perspective, right? Like, you meet a girl that you like, you ain't gonna wanna show her the parts of you that you know and have been truthful to yourself that ain't good enough for a woman or aren't good for a woman. Do you understand? Yeah. And some people suppress those sides to them because they know that, okay, this is not what I want to carry into this. And I think one thing that you touched on without touching on, I think is mainly the experience that is acquired. And I think you can only sort of know certain things is about by having the experience. Because if you're an 18-year-old boy and you meet a girl that you like, how do you decipher what's infatuation, what is love, what is, how do you give her your true self? You're still finding out about yourself. Do you get what I'm saying?
Well, that goes back to the last ones. If you ain't found yourself, you shouldn't
You
really be
shouldn't-
trying to get
Do you
serious
get
with
it?
no woman.
Do you get it?
Which is you need to find out for you what's a perfect woman for you. And when you find out what a perfect woman is for you, you're going to be all right. You're going to know. But you can't find perfection in what you want when you haven't actually explored yourself and what you actually want. So if you still live with your mum or whatever else, to have a woman is going to be hard. Knowing what you want in a woman is going to be hard because you have a mother there, you have a constant there. Whether you pay all the bills or not, the reality is until you live on your own and you do it on your own, can you truly know who you are? In them moments of silence where there's no one there and there's no one to talk to, how do you feel? I had to live alone in order to know that I ain't going to go and do no shopping anymore. So one of my expectations in a woman is you're going to go and buy it. I can go and buy it, don't get twisted, but my biggest problem is that when I get there and you tell me get the seasoning of this, there might be 4 other seasonings that look like that. I've picked the wrong one. By the time I come back, it's not this one. What will take you 20 minutes to go and figure out because you know what you're looking for? 1 hour and a half. I ain't doing it again. Now, I do it now because I'm on my own. But when it's time to have a woman, I ain't doing it. I can fix things, but I ain't going to cook. It's not my thing. I can clean, but I ain't going shopping. So I had to be by myself, do it by myself, to recognize, boy, if a woman comes in my life, you think you're sending me Tesco, you are bluffing. It ain't happening. I'm doing Tesco now because I have to. When I have you, I don't want to do Tesco no more. So we need to understand, see what I'm saying? And remember, women finding the perfect woman is easy. When you
I was gonna say there's no such thing.
of course there is. There is. There's not a universal perfect. There's a you're perfect. If you ask the universe what perfect woman is, they're gonna give you too many. What do you believe is perfect for you in a woman? Now, if you get 5 things that you believe are perfect for you in a woman, that doesn't mean that she's not gonna have 3 or 4 things that you don't think is perfect. But guess what? Because you got the 5, the other 3 that you don't like become cute. But when you settle with the 3 out of the 5, you're gonna have problem. So to settle for a woman is the hard part. You settle up. Don't settle down. If you can't have the 5 things you think is perfect, then there ain't no point of you trying to make it work with this woman and suppressing the things that in actual fact you know you need for this thing to work. Which is that I can have 5 things and one of them bad things could be she's got an attitude problem, but whatever attitude she's got, boy, when it's time to fuck, bro, it's crazy. And one of my things is fucking. So, anytime she gets an attitude, I grab your neck in a certain kind of way, boom, we're fucking. Namix just said it. He just said it in a yard man kind of way. I ain't doing the gangster thing with the chick, but I'm doing the sexy way. And you gotta respond well to that. Because I never said that you're perfect completely. But I said, you're perfect for me. Based on the 5. Do you know what I'm saying? But I can't tolerate 3, knowing that these 2 is gonna piss me off. So yes, your beauty and your sex and your, I don't know, communication, let's say that's free, is whatever, but then you don't go to Tesco. You don't do shopping. So what's gonna happen now, yeah, is I'm gonna try my best to focus on these 3. But you see this one here, I can't guarantee after 2 years or a year that this thing ain't gonna piss me off.
I'm gonna duck you out.
Listen, I'm not gonna duck you out. I'm gonna do what everybody did when we was younger. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? She doesn't even do the shopping. Listen, I've been there, done that. I ain't calling no friend again. I ain't calling no friend to bitch again. Because what happens, based on the 3 things that I want, the 2 things that I don't get, it becomes a bitch fest. And then what we have is the battle of the bitches. Now, man. I see when a man. Man can't do the bitching thing. She's a bitch. Man. Man. She's it. So to decide that we're both going to be bitches, complain about something that I knew was going to be a problem for me. Maybe not straight away because fuck or because something else that I like. But I knew was going to be a problem for me. It's my fault. Because reality is that if you don't do these things and I have to go and do it, I'm going to get pissed off. I'm going to get fucking annoyed about it. Here comes arguments, unnecessary ones. And then here comes me trying to change someone that really and truly has come to you and told you they don't do the thing that in actual fact I believe that you should do to be perfect for me. But I want to make you do it. So if you don't cook, but you can cook, fine. I don't want you. I need someone who loves to cook because I don't want to cook. Which is that if you're happy or not happy, you still cook because you love to do it. There's a difference between loving to do something and doing it because you can do it.
You're even doing it for me.
Oh, I know you want to do it for me. Because for me, it will be all dependent on the emotions.
If we're fighting today, I'm not going to eat.
If I don't clean the kitchen, she's not going to cook. So that tells me that you don't love to cook. See me? I love to pay my bills. It gives me a certain kind of satisfaction. So you never have to worry about me, or I love to make money. You never have to encourage me to go out and make money. I'm on it. And then I don't have lazy moments. I have moments where I switch off, but I'm on it. Even if you argued with me and you said to me that you're a dickhead, I will still go out and make money. That's the one thing I like. But if I don't like it and I don't love it, if I don't love it, mate, maybe I'll decide, oh, well, because you did this, I'm not paying. Whether you do or you don't, I'm paying. I like peace of mind. Whether you piss me off today, Gabz, or not, I'm still cooking. I love to cook. Don't like to cook for me, love to cook naturally. Then we can talk. Because then I know if I don't come home that night, if I do something that this is whatever, I know there's still going to be food because you love to cook. Do you get it?
I love to cook so we can eat.
Whether you like me or you don't like me. Because you piss me off doesn't mean I won't pay the electric.
No, I get you.
Me, I like the bills paid. Do you get it? Find your things that you think is perfect for you. Find it in whatever woman you're looking for. I never said that she's not going to have other things you don't like. But when you find the things that you want in the one woman, which makes it perfect, tolerating the other things is going to be 10 times easier than you settling. So anytime anyone calls you, say, Gabz, hey, you settle down. I say, this guy, if I want to, in this year, I can be with someone for 2-3 months, get engaged and get married straight away. Doesn't mean I'm going to be happy. I need to have what's perfect for me. Otherwise, I'm going to have different women for different purposes. And I won't lie to them. It's you I fuck. It's you I
Even
eat.
the way
It's
that
you.
your eyes is looking at you saying this thing, wait, you're a thief.
Love them. Tender touch
You
them.
lack too much money, you lack too much girls.
Don't confuse my one.
Only never, but you're a
Wait,
thief.
don't confuse my one. I don't love money. I love what it does. My pursuit for money is not based on love for money. It's based on a necessity that I understand. I understand that it's just a standard requirement that we cannot ignore. And I've learned that over time. Now, I don't love money to show you that I have money. I love money for how it makes me feel. Money buys me time. It allows me to drink this drink and do this shit and have a laugh.